Senior White House correspondent Peter Doocy is on the North Lawn tonight for us. Good evening to you, Peter.
Aisha, different groups of world leaders are trying to solve this, trying to end this war differently. Remember a couple weeks ago when a bunch of Europeans came here to meet with President Trump and Zelensky, the president stepped away to call Vladimir Putin. Today, a bunch of those European leaders met in France with Zelensky, and they conferenced in President Trump.
The backstop of America. We count on it.
President Trump tells CBS News something is going to happen, but they are not ready yet. But something is going to happen. We are going to get it done. The president's push for Putin and Zelensky to work things out on their own is now being held up by Zelensky's refusal to travel to Moscow for a meeting, something he claims Putin planned on.
American partners told us that Putin invited me to Moscow. I believe that if you want the meeting to not happen, then you have to invite me to Moscow.
In Paris, European leaders met privately with Zelensky, then phoned President Trump. A White House official tells Fox President Trump emphasized that Europe must stop purchasing Russian oil that is funding the war, as Russia received 1.1 billion pounds in fuel sales from the EU in 1 year. The president also emphasized the European leaders must place economic pressure on China for funding Russia's war efforts. Zelensky later posted on X, Ukraine has proposed a format for protecting our skies for the U.S. to consider.
The conclusion of this call is simple. In the following days, we will finalize the American support to these security guarantees.
President Trump's events remained private today to keep front and center an artificial intelligence education task force announcement hosted by the First Lady.
We must manage AI's growth responsibly. During this primitive stage, it is our duty to treat AI as we would our own children.
Partnering with the White House to find ways to protect kids from potentially harmful AI, Apple's Tim Cook, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, and OpenAI's Sam Altman, among others.
The robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction.
And some of the world's top minds on artificial intelligence are still here on the White House's campus. The plan was for President Trump to host them as the first ever guests on the newly renovated White House Rose Garden stone patio, but weather has moved that event inside, and one big name who says he was invited but couldn't make it, Elon Musk. Aisha?
Interesting. And Peter, how concerned is the White House tonight about D.C.'s lawsuit over the National Guard deployment?
Doesn't seem like they're that concerned. D.C.'s Attorney General is suing the White House. They say that D.C. has been illegally occupied by the military, but the administration has gone ahead and extended the orders of the Guard troops here through the end of November. Separately, President Trump is still considering sending National Guard troops to Chicago over against the wishes of J.B. Pritzker. And J.B. Pritzker is out there today saying that as ICE enforcement is going to ramp up there over the coming days based on the staffing there and some of the facilities that are being built, temporary facilities in Chicago. He wants all Chicagoans taking phone videos and pictures of all federal agents every chance that they can. Something else that broke while we were coming to air. President Trump tomorrow, according to our colleagues at Fox Digital, is planning to sign an executive order renaming the Defense Department the Department of War. That is something that Congress needs to get involved with. So part of this order is ordering the Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth, to propose a legislative solution to make the change permanent. Aisha.
Okay, Peter Doocy with that late-breaking news for us. Peter, thank you.